Hello, good people. I'm gonna try to be expeditiously as possible, right? About to hit this road. Well, I'm already on the road, probably close to the halfway point. Stop to grab me a bite to eat, and I just want to try to drop a video right quick. The ISI, that's the Iron Sharpens Iron Conference 2025, and Hampton, Virginia is over. It ended yesterday, and so I stuck around for one more day, held out for one more day, and attended service at the same place that the conference was at, right? Harvest Church of Hampton. And so anyway, went back for service today. It was pretty good, like 2 hours, and it was good. It was good. Had a good worship service. Pastor Charles Robinson and his wife, they hosted an awesome conference, and everything went over well. And so Larry Jones was yet there on today. Keenan Grace, Larry Jones and his wife was there on today. Keenan Grace and his wife, as well as Joshua Stocks with Josh and his wife, right? So again, it was a good be in service with them, right? And of course, David Robinson was there today as well. He was the guest speaker. I'm gonna try to give some quick points from his message, and I'll probably post a few snippets, inserts on my post tab later on today. We'll probably after I get home off this road. So anyway, David was talking about the hope of glory. He said part 2, he was there 2 years ago, started on it. So we don't know part 1, so we just gonna go with hope of glory, right? And he came from John 3, verses 3 through 6, moved to verses 20 through 21. Then he flipped back to verse 16 as it fitted in well in the direction that he was going with the word on today. And then he moved to 1 Corinthians 13 and 12, and he went to 2 Corinthians 4 and 16, right? So Brother Man had a lot to say, right? It was an awesome service. I wish I could cover everything he covered, but there's not enough time, so I'm gonna give you what I can. So he said, you must be born again, or you cannot see the kingdom of God. And he went in a direction with that was it was new to me the way he went. You know, I've been in church a long time. It was good though, right? So he pointed out how I believe it was Gehazi, when the prophet of God was telling him they're going to be okay. And he was saying, do you see the army that's encamped against us? How? I don't understand how we're going to be okay. And so the man of God, the servant of God, he prayed that Gehazi could see what he see. And God touched his eyes and allowed him to see the chariots of fire encamped around him. And then he was filled with encouragement, like, okay, we do have God's protection. So that's where he was going with that. You must be born again. And if you're not born again, you can't see the kingdom of God. You can't see the kingdom of God here in the world right now when you're not in relationship with God. That is what being born again is, being in relationship with God. I'm trying to preach the man word. My apologies. He went on, he said, God never fails, right? At least when you're in relationship with him, you know that he never fails. Ask and the answer shall be given. We know that's in the word. For God so loved the world, right? So after he was talking about Gehazi, eyes being open, when the man of God prayed for his eyes, and he was basically talking about the different things that you go through in life. And when you're in relationship with the Lord, and you can have God's guidance in your life, God's direction in your life, God's peace in your life, it makes things a lot easier to bear, right? And then when you get in his word every day, right, and you begin to grow from his word, he began to give you, as you go through things in life, it causes his word to come in view in your life. When you're in a relationship with him, he allows you to see how God operates even in the midst of your circumstance and your situation. You know, when you're going through it, you can't see. Gehazi couldn't see. They were there all alone, but he couldn't see, right? So when you're going through things and you're in relationship with God, he's working his word in operation in your life so you can get a better understanding of his word as you continue to grow and read his word. I thought it was an awesome message that he was bringing on today, but I'm trying to move on with some of these notes that I have here. He said, give God the glory through it all. Something I was just saying. I've just got ahead of the notes. He said, God's got you. God's got you when you're in a relationship with him, people. Let's not get it twisted, right? Everything will be all right when you're in a relationship with him. It'll be all right how? By God's grace. Then he said something, and I say he's definitely speaking to athletes when he threw those words around, right? He said, follow the foundational principles of God. And see, before he went there, he was talking about I went to the barbershop one day. I guess this is in San Antonio. He went to the barbershop one day, and his barber said, you better put some rocks in your pocket tonight. He said, what are you talking about? He said, oh yeah, because Shaq come to town, and he gonna hurt you. And Dave was pointing out how Shaq is like 100 pounds, has a 100-pound weight difference on him, right? But when you're in a relationship with God, God has a way of keeping you, right? So, he said, you must know who I serve. I serve the King of Kings, right? So he said that, I think before he said this here, and I could relate what he was saying, right? As an athlete, Anyway, so he says, follow the foundational principles of God, and God will guide you, right? He said, God will bless you. God will cause you to walk and to triumph in total victory, right? So, give God the glory, and God will escort you into victory in every area of your life. That's me talking about every area of life. But anyway, 7 minutes in, I got to hit this road. It's always good coming on. When David first started talking, he was saying it's good how we talked about money over this past weekend, right? Because God is about, your money. The Bible talks about you prospering as your soul prosper, right? So he this whole weekend been about faith and finance, right? So, I gotta wind up, people. But that's something to think about. Something that you might need to do your own personal study on, your own personal research on faith and finance, right? And how God can bless you, and how God can lead you, guide you, and direct you, and bless everything you put your hands to, good people. So I got to go. I got to get back on this road. It's always good getting on and talking to you, good people, to bring you, my viewpoints on things, right? Yeah, it's a good time, people. It's some not so good things going on in the world, but I believe, I have faith, great things are on the horizon for those who believe, right? When you believe in yourself, when you believe in what you're doing, when you've been studying and you've been researching, and you've been building your stock positions as you should, you've been building your crypto positions as you should, and you understand and you see what's going on, and you know about the rate reduction and how it's supposed to continue to drop in November and December, and what that's going to do to the market. Again, we said on yesterday, pointed out how Larry say, how many times have the U.S. economy fared from downturns? 100% of the time, we always bounce back, right? And that is why when we watch movies and shows and you hear the leaders of the world, they always say the U.S. is resilient. It always bounce back. So you can count on that, right? You can almost take it to the bank. So again, for like the third, fourth, fifth time, I'm closing. You guys take care and be blessed. Continue, my friend.